Hello, amigos, and welcome to episode 11 of Get Your Filth On. Now, this World Frequency Friday, we have the usual filthy dubstep and drum and bass, but also a cheeky bit of glitch hop, just to mix things up a bit. To those of you who listened to, commented on the mix I did for last week's Get Your Filth On, thank you very much for helping make that video such a success. It's getting quite a lot of views. So yeah, thanks for that. And actually on that note, we have a pretty big announcement to discuss. Okay, so basically, it has become apparent to me that making a series like this is actually impossible in the long term. When I first had the idea for the series, I did a bit of Googling, and I noticed that a couple of people had tried similar things, but they'd never got past, the first couple of episodes. Well, we've made it to 11, and I always assumed it was lack of commitment or whatever, but that's definitely not the case here. And the reason that this series cannot continue, at least not in its current format, is that to make these episodes, you really have to be either UKF Luke or the Going Quantum dude or someone like that, because otherwise your account gets shafted by all the content ID tags, meaning you go into bad standing, you lose your privileges to upload, videos over 15 minutes long, and you run the risk of getting 3 strikes and having your channel you've put all your time and effort into deleted. Not good, right? So basically, this is going to be more or less the final episode of Get Your Filth On for now, or at least the final episode of Get Your Filth On in its current form. Because I love this series, and the last thing I want to do is stop it. And I've put a lot of effort into getting it up and running, but YouTube's strict guidelines and increasingly harsh anti-piracy measures. I get all my music legitimately, but the risk of running the series has grown too much, and if I wanted to try and continue it, I'd have to keep deleting older episodes, which something that I had to do last week, and I'm not keen on doing that. I think it's better to stop at 11 and try and reform the series, many of you, I'm sure, know Mr. Suicide Sheep. Remember him? Well, he had an awesome channel, but he lost his channel for exactly the reasons that I'm talking about now. And because YouTube is such a faceless organisation, no matter how popular you are or anything like that, you'd be better off spending your time counting grains of sand in the Sahara, to be honest, than trying to get your account back. So where do we go from here? Right, well, that is what I'm working on, and firstly, let me say that I do have a plan for this series, for the channel, everything. I have a plan. I love the channel, I love you guys who support me, and I love sharing the music, so I am going to come up with a plan. Well, I have the plan. I'm going to come up with a solution for the weekly podcast. There are plenty of ideas going around in my head, so please don't unsubscribe, because there is plenty more content coming your way. I promise you that. And I've had my 1,000 subscriber video planned for ages, and it's going to be epic. I promise. So let's keep heading towards that. Anyway, I will have more time to spend on producing, which is going to be interesting. And another thing I'm considering is doing more mixes, because they do get a lot more views, although the problem of content IDs is still there with that one. One thing I would definitely be continuing is my featured producer segment, as I have had many people get in touch, and I have a lot of tracks I want to share with you guys, as the artists deserve any help I can give them, and that's one thing that will be continuing from this series. And now that I'm thinking about it, I could continue the series with just in like a watered down version, like one song per episode plus the featured producer segment. because that would keep the copyright claims down. Or, spitballing here, maybe I make it a podcast that links you to 5 songs each week, and I don't actually have the songs in the video, because then there'd be no content ID tags problem. Yeah, that could be an option. Anyway, rest assured, I will find a way to deliver you the filth. So, now that's out the way, I think it's high time we got our filth on. So, kicking things off this week, I have gone for a little bit of a dedication. Going to dedicate this one to VJ Basti, as he requested some glitch hop, and I listen. So here it is, amigo. This is Grizz with I'm Home, and as with all decent glitch hop, it makes you feel like an absolute boss just for listening to it. Right, number 4 this week goes to Filthzilla, which is a great name, and it's his track Artillery, which is just a beast. And if you haven't already heard of Filthzilla, he is definitely one to watch in 2012, having gained a lot of support from promoters in 2011. He actually subscribed to my channel not too long ago, which was most exciting for me. Let's go. Right, now, our number 3 slot this week is something of a wild card. It goes to an absolute beaut of a tune, or rather a remix, by Coyote Kisses. And any Star Wars fans in the house? I mean, I love this tune, and I'm not even a big fan of Star Wars. So here we have John Williams' Jedi theme from the soundtrack, and it has been given a badass makeover here. May the Force be with you. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Wow. Right. Actually, just realised something. This is going to be going up later today. Today is Thursday. Because I'm actually away tomorrow, which is Friday, and I can't really be bothered to re-record it now and not say Raw Frequency Friday at the beginning. So let's just all pretend that it's actually Friday today. Okay. Now, moving swiftly on. Our number 2 slot this week. We have the Masterful Fearface with his remix of Remdon's The Arrival. Now, one of 2 reasons I give, well actually just one of the reasons, I have many reasons. One of the reasons I give this song so much credit is the way, like, all the synths, they fit just so well, and it doesn't become hectic like you hear in some tunes, and the growling bass in the intro just promises you a heavy drop that is delivered. Let's go. Love that. Right, it's numero uno time. Now, number 1 this week is mighty special indeed. It is from the Austrian duo who won the Best Producer Award at the DnB Awards in 2011. I am, of course, talking about Cameron Crooked. This is their tune Crypt Keeper. As if I messed that up. This is their tune Crypt Keeper, and is one of the most addictive sounding tunes I've ever heard. A face melter. Enjoy. Oh, how huge is that? Oh, that's got to be in my top favourites. I was going to say top 5, but I don't think I could ever make a top 5. That's too limiting. Also worth mentioning, at the end of that tune, it drops into a dubstep bit, which is awesome. So yeah, definitely check out the full version of that. Right, featured producer time. Now, this week we have Noisy Boy and Kids of Now with their track Interpretive Minds, and it's very impressive. I mean, the bass line in this is solid, and if you do enjoy this as much as I have, then please use the link in the description to go to the original video and leave the producer some love, subscribe to their channel and just show your support. Cheers. Right. Well, pretty sad now. I mean, feels like the end of an era, albeit a very, very, very short era. But still, I mean, I really enjoy making these. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day a series like this will become viable, or maybe I'll become, Going Quantum Mark II. You never know. You don't know. Anyway, until then, I will try to satisfy your eargasm needs as best I can, I guess. I mean, it's kind of exciting to see what I'll come up with. By no means the end of the channel at all, or the series. It's more the rebirth. Who knows what will happen next? I'm in here somewhere, Lois, but where? Sorry, had to get that out. I have Family Guy diarrhea, verbal diarrhea that is, not. Anyway, I'm rambling. So, as this is the final episode for the foreseeable future, it feels only right to say a massive thank you to you all for supporting the series. Please continue to support me with the videos. Your comments are honestly what drove me on to do each episode. And I hope you've enjoyed listening to them as much as I've enjoyed making them. I will have something sorted out for you by the next Raw Frequency Friday, which will actually take place on Friday, unlike today. But until then, take care, amigos, and if you could like my Facebook page, that would be magnificent. Over and